Let's begin.
Yo, 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 what's good, y'all? It's your boy Fro Thizzle in the building. Today, I'm going to be talking about the new Resident Evil Netflix show. But I'm going to start with the first one. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Off the rip, I found the acting to be clunky and the dialogue to be bad/bizarre. We're introduced to our main character, Jade, and she appears mechanical. She has this gruff Sarah Connor kind of vibe going on, but I can tell the actress is trying to work through the clunky direction and the weird fucking writing. The year's based in 2036, 14 years after the outbreak started, which is 2022. Jay does this FaceTime thing with the husband and the daughter. We see the zombies, but they're called Zeros in the show. I'm still gonna call them zombies. They run really fast, and some of them even sprint in the show. The zombies here felt more like Train to Busan than Resident Evil for me. The design looks nice on them at times in this episode, I'll give them that. Nothing wow factor, but decent. The music sucks ass. It sounds like cheap, stock, drama/action music. There's a sequence where Jade is staking the Zeros out, and she's studying their behavior, and we find out that she's some sort of important research person. We find out that the zombies can only smell. Their eyes rotted away through the years, and the strongest sense that they have is the smell. So of course, while Jade is staking out the Zeros, she accidentally cuts herself, and they smell the blood, and then the zombies start running after her. A chase sequence pops off, and we get some fucking shaky cam. I fucking hate shaky cam. I can't stand it in anything. I do not like shaky cam. There's a point where, of course, Jade trips and falls on the ground. She's tussling with this one zombie, but all the other Zeros in the back just stop and just watch Jade tussle with this one zombie. Then when she gets the one zombie off her and gets off the ground, the zombies all start chasing after her again. Immediately, I'm seeing terribly inconsistent shit in this show in the first 15 minutes. We flash back to Raccoon City 3 months before the outbreak started. We're introduced to young Jade, her sister Billy, and their dad Albert Wesker, played by Lance Reddick, who's hands down the best actor of this show. At least this first episode so far. Wesker's a big name to the Umbrella Corporation, and he has a sketchy vibe to him. Immediately, I found the young Jade character to be extremely unlikable. Just a super fucking ungrateful, pouty brat. Just off of first impression, the sister Billy is more likable and understanding. The character Billy is also supposed to be modeled after Billie Eilish with the look and the clothing style. And there's even a couple Billy songs that play through the series. Me personally, I found the song selection to be very distracting for an RE show or RE lore. Like I said, young Jade has pouty dialogue and a shitty attitude. I get that moving to another place can suck, but how the dialogue is written and how the direction is given to the actress, it's impossible for me to like this character. It was a super bad first impression. So far, present Jade is fine. Besides some bad acting here and there, I don't mind the character of adult Jane. But young Jane, fuck no. I can't stand this character. And I don't give a fuck about the boy that young Jade likes when she moves into the new neighborhood. Because this is what I want to see in a Resident Evil show. Some stupid fucking Lifetime couple love interest bullshit. And it's worse when one of them is extremely unlikable. I would have liked to see Billy as the main character instead of Jade. I actually liked Billy in the first episode, and I sympathized with her mental freak out episodes. They really expected me to care about a shitty young Jade. Fuck. I didn't like how the text messages were popping up on the screen as somebody was typing. It ruined the chance of anything feeling like a Resident Evil entry. The set design of the high school looks very cheap, and so do the homes around the city. I'm listening to the lunchroom intercom, and the lady says, "Today we're having whipped cream and medium meatballs." What the fuck is going on? Is this show trying to be different and edgy in its own way? I don't know what the writers were thinking with this, but there's a part where we see a Joy for Kids pink teddy bear animated hologram that pops up through the episode. I can't remember if this teddy bear is in anything Resident Evil lore, anything Resident Evil related, but it felt like the showrunners did cocaine and just tossed this fucking scene in. I love Lance Reddick as an actor, and I do enjoy his performance, but I don't like how much of a pussy this character is in the first episode. He lets his 14-year-old daughter, Jade, talk to him like a piece of shit. And he just goes, "Oh, Jade, it's okay. It's all, nah, fuck that. I hate this fucking character, young Jade. Pouty and fucking unlikable." Wesker does grow a bit of a backbone when they're in this parent conference because Billy gets bullied by this chick at school. The bully's father starts threatening Billy, which I'm like, what the fuck? That's crazy. Wesker pops up and basically threatens the father for threatening his daughter. Here I'm like, okay, now I can see the backbone. We cut back to present Jade, and she gets in a fight with the very CGI-looking worm giant kind of creature. The worm monster slams present Jade on a car, and before it can eat her, a group of scavengers save her. They see that present Jade was a survivor before the outbreak, and they take her back to their hideout spot. I did like how the sequence was shot. They shoot a flare in the sky to reveal the massive horde outside the walls, and I like that shot. Nice moment. We see a fat, bearded, goofy, Zach Galifianakis looking guy, and he's supposed to be one of the main villains working for Umbrella. It's ridiculous, and I couldn't take this guy seriously at all. He pops up at the scavenger spot to take away present Jade, and a big battle pops off. We cut back to young Jade and Billy gets upset when she finds out that Umbrella does animal testing because she's a vegan. So she convinces young Jade to break into Umbrella to take pics of the animals to expose Umbrella. It's worse than it fucking sounds, honestly. This is not what I want to see from a Resident Evil entry. In a teen comedy, sure. But Resident Evil, they break into Umbrella and find all the animal test subjects. We hear a snarling dog trapped in a cage. And what does Billy do? She opens the fucking cage and lets out the mutated dog. Very stupid fucking choice. And of course, Billy gets bit on the shoulder by the fucking dog. We cut back to present Jade, and evil Zach Galifianakis has her cornered on the roof with his soldiers. She looks down below and sees the massive horde outside the walls. So what does she do? She slow-mo jumps into the fucking horde. And that's the end of the episode. I know this is fiction and it's an action horror show, but the fall would have fucking killed her. The roof was higher than John Wick 3's roof, and a lot of people complained about John Wick surviving that roof. But present Jade jumps the fucking shark, or jumps the roof shark. In conclusion, this episode sucked ass. There's one or two decent things. The scavenger sequence comes to mind. I like Lance Reddick as Wesker, and I don't mind the actress playing Billy. And the actress playing present Jade isn't terrible. But that's about it. Everything else sucked. How they're going from past tense to present tense 3 months before the outbreak in 2022 and 14 years after the outbreak in 2036. It's annoying and it could have been done way better. Like I said, this episode sucked. Terrible start. 3 out of 10.